Hey everybody, Monkeypuzzle here. How you doing? And welcome to episode number 5, playing Primitive Plus on the Center on the Primitive Unlimited server. So welcome. And we are working on a project I've been working on for the last few episodes, trying to make a food complex as part of our village here on Primitive Unlimited. Something that will be available for everybody here to use. But we'll have all the different new food items and crafting thingies that come with Primitive Plus. It's one of the big things of Primitive Plus. And there's all these new building materials and everything. So we have all this stuff laid out. And this is going to be the deck for the cafe bakery that's going to go over here. This is going to be the main kitchen right here. This is going to be indoor seating for fine dining and the fine dining patio out here. So first thing is, let's start building up the sides. So here we go for the deck. This is just going to take some good old wooden railings. Primitive Plus hasn't given us any new ones that I could find that would work for this, so we're going to use the good old vanilla railings just for liability purposes, so our customers don't walk off the deck and break their leg and sue us. So this part's simple enough. Got that done. Now that looks much more legit, like a deck. I don't know if I should raise this piece of the Adobe foundation or not. Hopefully people don't get their ankles stuck under there. I think I'll leave that for now. And then let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. Okay, that's done. Good enough. So let's go look at my little box over here. See what else we got. So we're going to trade out these. And let's grab some brick, I believe. So that would be this. And this. And this. And that's a good start. Oh, you know what? We're going to need... What I didn't make is some lumber walls, so we'll make those next. But I think the bakery is the next thing here, is going to be mostly brick. So the front door of the bakery probably should be right in the middle right here. Go ahead and start that with brick. We might change that out for a glass door frame, but we'll lay this one down for now. Yeah, just because the glass one might look more shop-like. And then we're going to go ahead and put the brick window walls here. We're on the shadow side here. Let's see what this stuff looks like in the light. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's pretty cool. And I'm going to go all the way around with brick. This one thing I want to try out is in here I've got some glass made, and we should have some planks, some wood planks for lumber in here. So let's go ahead and search for glass, and let me see. Okay, so there isn't actually a glass door frame. There's just a reinforced glass door. And there are glass windows as well. So the fine dining area is definitely going to use a lot of this, but I'll make those in a second. What we're lacking for the door and the windows is some metal. And we're getting pretty overloaded here. We'll unload after we make this. So let's make at least 2 of those. And let's make, oh, I don't know. How many do I got here? Let's make 8 of those. Actually be able to put windows in our windows. If there's extra, I'll use them for other things. And, well, gosh, while I am in here, let's go ahead and just make these. This is, what is this? This is the... Things keep getting in the way. Lumber glass pane, glass ceiling. Alright. I'm going to make some of these. And then I'm going to go ahead and make some of these, and I'll rejoin you. I'm actually jumping ahead of myself here, but what the heck. I'll see you in a second. Alright, got to start on that. Let's put these away for now. This glass, by the way, is made by putting 2 pearls and 5 crystals in a forge, and you get glass. And then you can combine it with the ingots or the planks to make all these things. But these are just what I wanted right here. So let's go ahead and put those in place. See what that looks like. So let me see. Yeah, we got this. A little glass shop door there. That's what we'll call it, at least. Oh, look at that. That is so much less primitive, actually, than vanilla. To actually be able to have glass in your windows. And it's lining up okay. It looks like, though, that this is putting the outside on the inside, as far as I can tell. And I need to decide if I care about that or not. But anyway, we would keep going around with these. Wonder if I flip them like that. Oh, that's going to look weird, huh? Let's see. There's that and that. Let's just see what it looks like just for the sake of it. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like it is. And we're not going to worry about the inside, outside, stuff like that. So yeah, this will be bakery all the way around. Not sure all the places that should have windows or not. I guess a shop in the front definitely is all windows. This is where it's going to join the other kitchen. It might be enough just to put walls up here, but you know, just to make it even on the top. Oh, of course it's obstructed. Ugh, ARK. Alright, I'm going to go all the way around real quick and I'll join you in a second. Alright, I just made a guess at where I want the windows to be. I can change those out later. Definitely concentrated them in the front. You try to create that full retail experience. Not that anything is actually for sale in here, but you know, trying to make it look like a legit bakery. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to have to figure out. I was thinking possibly that the bakery would be brick all the way up, probably at least 2 or 3 high. The other option I thought was concrete foundations, brick first layer, and then lumber wall next. Let's go ahead and grab these, put these down here, and let's go ahead and place them in here and make a decision. Also, I found out that you can walk in this door, but you can't walk out of it, which doesn't make any sense because the inside is actually higher than out here. But that's just how it is. So let's check out what this looks like. I think that's actually a pretty good look and will actually help break up the monotony. So we're going to do a brick layer and then we're going to do a lumber layer. So I got to make a bunch more lumber. I will be back with that. Now I found when I took the brick off the top that I'm actually able to go both ways, and I wonder if that is going to work with the lumber stuff. Let me put this stuff down here for now. Alright, so let's see. Let's start by putting a lumber window over here. Just for more light. Oh, and it works. We can get out. That's awesome. Oh yeah. It gets stuck a little bit. Bump my head. But it's better than not being able to do it at all. These have little projections that come out. Alright, well I'm going to go all the way around with these. Probably want windows at some point, but I'm just going to put walls for now. And I went ahead and learned the greenhouse door frame. And we'll see later on if that works as a better shop door. Maybe for the restaurant part. We'll see. Okay, so now we should start angling it up. I thought about going up 3 high and then angling it up, but I think that will actually be too large. So we're going to go ahead and like that. And then in this space right here, I thought that this would be a good place for some windows just to let all that hot bakery air out. And then I guess we'll have an even peak here. I thought about bringing it back all the way like that way. But we'll go ahead and make it just like a conventional peaked roof, I guess. And like that. And then of course I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now we have a decision to make. First, actually, we have to see if the concrete roof works now. It does. Before when you selected it, you would end up eating it. So let's try putting that on first. I think I know what the answer to this is already going to be. Over here, we're going to try... No, that's actually a ramp. That's the wrong thing. Well, now that I have that selected, I was going to put that here. This is the lumber ramp. And we'll need a second one for right there. No, right there I wanted these. The lumber roofs. They're kind of like... what do you call them? Cedar shingle roofs. That's it. So is that the right thing? I believe so. Alright. And I wish you guys could chime in and tell me what you like better. But let me see. The concrete definitely gives it the more industrial look. Where's my bird? Would be more proof against bakery fires and such. But I think it looks too heavy for the lumber walls. I think we're definitely going to go with the cedar shingles here. So let me finish this up, and then we'll move on to the kitchen. Back at the lumber yard to make some more stuff, and this whole time I didn't realize that Alexis was passed out in the lumber yard. She was making a whole bunch of lumber stuff over there for a kibble farm, I guess, and she just fell asleep from exhaustion. All right. And these planks, it takes so many of them, and they take so long to make in here that we keep expanding the amount of lumber stations that we have, and I always get a bunch of materials going ahead of time. Just always leaving these making planks, because then you can come back to it later and have all the planks you need. And happily someone did that already for me over here. Okay, that's done, and I really like how it looks. I mean, it's a little bit color by numbers. It doesn't really break from the mold of what these parts, you know, are expected to do. But since I've never put them together before like this, I like it a lot. There's a good amount of room in here. It's going to need lights and stuff like that, but we'll get to those details later. There's some cool hanging lamps and table lamps and stuff that come with Primitive Plus. But so now let's go ahead and finish the rest of this really quickly. So I went ahead and made a greenhouse door frame to put right here so that we can get the full glass door entrance like I was talking about. So that's there. Now this part with the cement foundations, I think this is going to be sort of on the same mold as this. So I'm just going to go ahead. I wonder if it'll let me do this now. Oh, it's going to be like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to go around with the brick here, and then over here, this is going to be these glass panes that come with the lumber thing. Raleigh, who was just here with me a second ago, he's going off on his little boat raft there to a spot he told me about where there's good pearls. So he's going to get some more pearls in case we need some more glass for this, because this design is going to use a lot of glass. It's got to be one of those fancy restaurants with the seaside view, and that's what you charge double for the plates for. You pay for the view. Not that the food's going to be charged for, but anyway, we're just playing. We're playing house here. Playing village. Alright, so these are there. And then I guess these in this part will just go all the way around. I might decide at some point that it needs a bit more structure somewhere, and I'll intersperse this with some lumber walls. Think about that for a second. But let me go ahead and do this part real quick. Alright, I'm a little heavy because I'm full of materials again. But I got this framed out right here. Now, this part, I don't know what's going to happen because it's not letting me place anything there. But I'm going to go ahead and fill in again with the lumber walls here. Let's see actually if it'll let me place a lumber wall here. No. Might have a little gap along there, which is going to be terrible. I'm not sure what to do about that, rather than the only solution I could see would be to bring this building back a whole foundation width, and that seems like a shame. So I don't know, maybe it's going to be a little open air restaurant right there. Right here, we're going to wall this off from the rest because this is the kitchen, but we're going to go ahead and put 2 doors right here. This is going to be the 2 doors for out and in or something like that, so the waiters don't run into each other as they're bringing stuff in and out of here. So go ahead and do that, and then we can close this off. Too many structures nearby. What the heck is that? Too many structures nearby. How can there be too many structures nearby? Especially if the whole thing hasn't reached its limit yet. That's weird. Alright, well hopefully... Oh no. Oh no. ARK, don't do this to me. That's really lame. We're going to have to go into the configs, I guess, and change the structure limit. Now why is it letting me do it on the rest of this, but it's not letting me do it there? That's an issue. Alright. See what I can do. I was going to build as much as I can here. Hasn't changed its mind. What the heck? Okay. So now we got to figure out the roof here and how that's going to go. So I can start the angle going on over here. So let's see which one this is. 9. No, it would be the 0. That one. And we can't do it over there. And then this is going to go up. We'll go ahead and let this breathe a little bit. Again, like that. And then we'll go ahead and place this. No, that one. And... actually, it would have to go all the way over to here. No. This is going to be a problem. Okay, and I guess that will go ahead and be flat on top right there. Okay, so I'm going to bring this roof over this way. And let me see how far I can get in roofing in this structure here. And then we'll go work on the front area some more with some more of those glass pieces. Alright, see you in a second. So we'll have to build up from here. It's gonna be a little weird. I guess this will be a little storage loft or something like that. And then we can do like that, which will allow me to go ahead and keep this ceiling going, the roof going. So do that. Now I gotta figure out how it joins up over here. I guess what's gonna happen is, which one is it? That one. Oh, right. Okay. I'm gonna have to build up with a wall over here again. Oh, that's so terrible. Alright, I'm gonna figure some stuff out and I'm gonna show you what I've done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shave off this whole section of the building right here. Because it's a bug apparently. It doesn't really have to do with the number of structures because it's letting me place elsewhere. So yeah, let me clean this off and see if that will allow us to do what we want to do. Well, Raleigh is actually managing to puzzle out putting the 2 walls together. It involved flipping the walls on the inside, on the bakery side. Meantime, I carved off a significant portion of this, and these all place now. It's just this one little bit of wall won't place right here. So I'll have to figure out what happens with that. Maybe we'll put some cupboards here or something. I'm not sure, but I'm not willing to carve in any further. So that's a dilemma. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and keep putting this together here. Oh, and it won't let me put it there either. Oh, yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to finish putting the rest of this together because I'm sure I'm going to run into more issues like that. And I will show you the finished thing when it's done. And here it is with the main structure all done. Turns out the culprit was a config option in GameUsers.ini called New Max Structures and Range, and by default that's set to 6,000, and in our case for some reason it was set really low at 1,300. Now I still don't think I have 1,300 building pieces in here, but maybe it's connecting to all these other ones in the village because they're all on the same matrix, even though they're at different levels. I have no idea. It doesn't even seem like there would be that many in here, but we changed it back up to 6,000, and so now it is working, and I was able to finish the last pieces with no problem. At the end, before we did that, I wasn't able to finish this part of the build either. So I didn't detail it as much as I'm going to. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff added, not just the actual baking and cooking things, but these tables and chairs and stuff are just the beginning. I just had these and I threw them down, and there's these new oil lamps too that come with Primitive Plus. But yeah, we're going to put all kinds of detailing on here, and I'll just do that between episodes. And then the next episode we'll actually get to doing some cooking and some juicing and all of that. So let me just give you one last walkthrough here before we end up so you can see the final build that we came up with. So again, here's the bakery, and I put some skylights in there. That's new. So good amount of space to do all our bakery cafe needs. Now here, where Arali managed to put the two walls next to each other, there is a little bleed through. So his suggestion, which I like a lot, is this: we're going to put signs up here for the menus for the bakery cafe, and that will be all good. So that's the solution right there. Always a workaround. And then over here in the kitchen, let's go through the service door in here. So definitely got shaved down, but it's got a much more straightforward design now. I'm pretty sure there'll still be enough room in here, but we will find out when we come to put all the stuff in it. And then in here, again, is the main dining area with the beautiful view of all this stuff on the center, this seaside dining. So, I like it a lot. You know, it's got some of the basic ARK stuff, like where these overlap, they got to do this, but we'll just pretend that's part of the design. The architect made it that way. Over here, the front of it is a little offset, which I think adds interest, but it also gives us a nice little place to inset a crop plot there, so we can grow some plants right there in front of the window. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. It definitely was a headache, most of which I edited out along the way, but it's always worth it in the end, even when it makes you work that much harder for it. So if you guys have ideas or suggestions or whatever, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm pretty worn out from doing all this, so I'm just going to go over here, have a little seat on this nice bench, and just take a load off and look at the results of the day's work. So I have been Monkeypuzzle, your host. Thank you for watching until the very end. And until I see you in the next episode, whatever it may be, bye-bye.